What's up guys, Connor here with a big update on Star Wars Battlefront 2. According to the guy who makes the game trailers, the Battlefront 2 trailer, which will be at Star Wars Celebration in just 13 days time now, is the biggest trailer they've ever made. Seriously, that means bigger than the Battlefield 1 trailer and of course the last Battlefront trailer in 2015. So this news today came from Randy Evans, who is the Senior Video and Media Director / Editor at DICE Stockholm. It's a bit of a long job title, but it's worth it. Basically, he makes the trailers for Battlefield, EA Star Wars, and Mirror's Edge. So as I've said before, an insanely talented guy. Anyway, let's take a closer look at what he had to say and what it means for Battlefront 2. This is, without question, the biggest trailer we've ever produced. May the hype be with you, hashtag Star Wars Battlefront 2. So there you go, it's confirmed that this is the biggest trailer they've ever made. The thing is though, we don't know what they mean by that, whether that means length, or the amount of work that has gone into it, or whether he means the amount of content they're going to show in the trailer. The thing is, no one can really be sure. We do know from previous tweets that they did use motion capture for an upcoming trailer, which at the time we assumed was the trailer for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now of course, with the trailer for Battlefront 2 being confirmed for Star Wars Celebration, I think it's safe to assume that the motion capture they were talking about was in fact for this trailer, which might explain why they're calling it the biggest trailer they've ever made. I'd imagine it's going to contain more than just motion capture, but a lot of different locations that will of course be maps in the game. Saying that, they might not even focus on the multiplayer for the trailer. Remember, Star Wars Battlefront 2 does have a single-player campaign, which I'm guessing is going to be a big deal when it comes to marketing the game. So it would make sense if they chose to focus on the campaign instead of the multiplayer. Either way, to make this claim that this is the biggest trailer they've ever made means this trailer is going to contain hopefully a lot of details, or at the very least be pretty awesome. Of course, this brings us to what's actually going to be in the trailer. We already know about the motion capture, but the bigger question people seem to be asking me at least is what era will the game focus on, and consequently will the trailer show the Clone Wars? And this is where I'm gonna have to level with you. The fact of the matter is we have no idea whatsoever as to what content is going to appear in this trailer. Sure, we've had some hints and some very vague references to newer content, which could mean purely the sequel trilogy, or it could mean anything newer than the OT in real life time, which includes the prequel era and obviously the Clone Wars. The fact of the matter is, nobody truly knows the answer to this question, so all I can give you is an educated guess. I'm gonna say no. Now, you guys already know I'm not the most optimistic of people, and whilst I'd love to see Clone Wars content make its way into Battlefront 2, I have a nagging feeling design decisions for the game were probably made around 3-ish years ago. Now, that's normal in game development, but what that means is that potentially some major concepts such as the era and design choices were made before the previous Battlefront even released. Now, that isn't their fault, that's just how the timing of game development goes. But it does mean, however, that even though we've made it very obvious that we wanted Clone Wars content, the decision may have already been made by the time they realized this. Fact of the matter is, they want to make us happy. They tried insanely hard with the free content and the DLCs in Star Wars Battlefront to address fan concerns and add new features that we asked for. I'm sure if they had the opportunity to do Clone Wars content, they would. But at the end of the day, whatever game we end up getting, even if it's not the era we'd prefer it to be, it's still Star Wars and it's still Battlefront. The previous game had some issues at launch, but look at it now. It's fantastic to play whether casually or competitively. All we can hope for is that Battlefront 2 continues to evolve and improve upon its predecessor. In the minds of the players, that means removing the vehicle token system, removing hero tokens, adding more power-ups, adding more vehicles, and of course adding a class-based system and a server browser. These are just a few of the biggest things the community asked for when it came to new features. As long as they can deliver on these whilst continuing to evolve the game and bring us new environments and battles, then I'm sure most people, including myself, will be happy. Anyway, that's it for this quick update. If you learned something new or just enjoyed the video, go ahead and consider subscribing. It is free, and it will mean that you'll find out exactly when any new videos release, which most of the time are either Battlefront 2 news or Star Wars movie news. Also, if you want to talk more about Star Wars, go ahead and join our community Discord server. A link is in the comments, description, and on screen now. Thank you guys so much for your support, it really does mean a huge deal to me. Most of you have been here for years now, ever since it was just me, a really bad headset, and the Battlefront teaser. And from there we've grown. Sure, we've had some setbacks, but also had some great times. So thank you guys so much. Anyway, I'll see you next time, and may the Force be with you.